Check, check, check. All right, everybody, need y'all to get up, get some energy going, because it's time to start the Sisandra Show!
Yes, there's no excuse. Yes, listen, hello everyone and welcome to the Sisandra Show. You're wondering why I have these pom-poms because it is Founders Day for the Zeta Phi Beta sorority. So we want to say happy Founders Day, Zeta Phi Beta sorority incorporated.
Happy Founders Day! Come on, y'all.
Y'all better make some noise like you mean it.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're ready to have a great show tonight, I need you to say, yeah! With that being said, we need y'all to get all comfy.
Yeah.
Grab your bubbly beverage.
Yeah.
And let's get this show started! Let's get it started! Woo! So listen, joining us tonight is two ladies prepping for representing the Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Y'all please make some noise for LaShonda Royal and Shayna Bell from the Epsilon Zeta chapter. Woo! Hey! So good to see you. Hello, ladies. Please have a seat. All right, I'm going to be cheering for y'all through the whole thing. Let me put these down. How are you doing?
Wonderful.
Great, thank
Good.
you.
Y'all look so amazing.
Thank you.
Again, happy Founders Day. We are delighted to have y'all with us. Can you please tell us, why did you choose to join Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated? Why the Zetas?
Well, I know for me,
Uh-huh.
I wanted to be a part of something bigger than myself. I wanted to be with women that were about business and about community. And Zeta is that organization that resonated with me.
That's powerful. That's powerful. Now tell us, I introduced you, but tell us your name.
I am LaShonda Royal.
This is LaShonda Royal and
I'm Shayna Bell.
Shayna Bell. Tell us, why the Zetas?
When I went to their activities, I went to University of Maryland Eastern Shore, HBCU.
Okay, HBCU.
That's where I started school, and I just loved them. They were so inviting. And then the principles that Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated stand for resonated with how I align my life. So.
That's amazing. That's
Yes,
so powerful as well. So what does sisterhood mean to the both of you?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm
Please.
sorry.
Go, sister.
I love it. That's what sisterhood is.
This is what sisterhood is.
First, I love it.
It is a bond to me that is just never severed, never destroyed. Anywhere I go, never
Wow.
for life. It is a commitment. Anywhere I go, there is a sister. There is someone I can lean on, someone I can talk to. Not just in good times, but even through our struggles, through our challenges, we are there for each other no matter what.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing. That's something so special to have.
Yes.
And what about with you, LaShonda?
For me, sisterhood is the bond, but it's also the times where we just get to be women and be ourselves and be affirmed. Like my sister will tell you, "Ooh, sis, that fix it."
Oh,
And
I love
take
that.
it
Be
in
honest,
love.
straight
That's
up,
being
yes.
honest, because she wanted me to be out representing my finer self at all times. So it's the bond, it's the connection, it is the affirming, and it is just being around women that genuinely care about women.
So when you decide to be a Zeta Phi Beta, there are no moments of friction. You just work it out. So there's no drama ever.
Okay.
Well,
Well, we ain't say all
we
that.
didn't say all that. You know,
But you have a core, a center where you go back to and you find each other, and the sisterhood is more important than the challenge.
absolutely.
I love
that.
Absolutely.
we always work it out.
I love that.
Yes.
So which of your organization's principles resonate the most with you? Let's start with you.
For me, it is going to be sisterhood.
Sisterhood.
It is sisterhood. I just think she said I can go anywhere. If I see a Zeta, it's hey, Sarah. where you from? And you just have that moment like, someone knows me. This is my person.
That's amazing.
And then just further that, there have been times when I have been at my lowest and my sisters have come to my house and have made sure that I'm okay, have fed me. I mean, they pray for me.
Wow.
It's just that bond and that connection. So it's the sisterhood for me.
That's incredible. I love the sisterhood for you. What
Yes.
about you for the principals?
I would say sisterhood, but also service.
Service.
Being
Sisterhood and service.
Yes, being of service, whether it is to each other or to our community, to our initiatives, to those less fortunate, just being able to serve.
Well, speaking of serving and
Okay.
initiatives, can y'all tell us what are some of your organization's national initiatives?
Yes. So nationally, under our international president, Stacey N.C. Grant, we have the initiative of SHE, which is Social Health and Economic Justice.
Okay.
And so with those initiatives, we are really looking at how do we build up our Black-owned businesses? How do we advocate for maternal health and the DNA testing to know this is a common gene and how you can be healthier once you know what you have.
Wow.
So she has this amazing platform that covers those 3 areas. And for me, I never really thought about maternal health until I thought about becoming a mom.
Right.
And so now I have all this wealth of information and I get to share with my community. So
that's so
nationally,
good.
it's amazing. Amazing initiative.
And it's like a natural path for most women. So to have
Yes.
that information is so powerful.
Yes.
It's so very powerful. So what about you? What are some of your organization's national initiatives that are there something different? Do you have different initiatives, or there's something you can cover as far as the initiatives that you all have?
We support the March of Dimes.
March of Dimes, that's a
Yes.
very great organization.
Yes,
St.
absolutely.
Jude.
St. Jude's.
St. Jude's.
Alzheimer's, autism.
Y'all are busy
awareness.
doing
Yes.
all the good work.
All
Such
of it.
great service.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what is your favorite service project or event that your chapter does annually?
Ooh.
Well,
Like y'all like, I cannot wait until the Zetas do this.
I think we have the same one.
Really?
Bingo for handbags. It is
Over handbags.
Yes.
Tell us about handbags. What kind of handbags does the Zetas have?
all types of handbags. This last one, we have mostly designer handbags. And with that, we get to play bingo, which everyone loves, handbags, which
Yes,
all women love.
yes.
But then we also donate some of our money to a local,
Of course.
to a
you do.
local
Yes.
organization,
That's
of course.
the part of the service.
Yes,
right?
so it is the service and the fundraising and all combined in one.
Yes. 2-in-1 taxes.
So what is the one lesson, ladies, or value you carry daily for the sisterhood?
I always tell them, keep it cute, keep it finer. That we're gonna face challenges. Someone is gonna work your nerves.
Yes.
But you always have to remember that you are representing this organization, and we keep it finer. So how we carry ourselves, even when you walk out to go to the grocery store. There used to be a time I throw some sweats and some flip-flops and call it a day. But now I'm conscious that I am representing this international organization, and we are finer. So we have to keep it cute and keep it finer all the time.
So no little slides going out to the store every time y'all walk out the door.
Not the bonnet, not the pajamas,
no
no.
bonnet, no
But
pajamas.
keep it cute and keep it
And I
finer.
tell you, I can appreciate that. Thank you so much. So if you had to describe Zeta Phi Beta in one word, what would that be and why? Anyone?
I would say empowerment.
Ooh.
With the service that we do in the community, with how we are prideful in our education,
Yes.
with how we encourage others to just be themselves and to be finer.
Yes,
think we
I
just
love the word finer. Yes.
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 We just really empower each other and everybody else around us.
Empowerment.
Yes. I would say genuine. We are your everyday extraordinary women. You know, we are mothers, wives, lawyers, doctors, teachers, therapists. We're in every field. We're in every community. We are the everyday woman, and we're genuine. We are who we are. What you see here is what you're going to see
get.
tomorrow.
Wow. I love
Okay.
it. I love it. You show
Yes.
up as your authentic self.
Yes.
Yes.
So tell us, what advice would you give to women considering joining Zeta Phi Beta or another organization in the Divine Nine?
Oh, you want to take this one?
I'll do it.
Membership?
Bring it in.
I would say do your research. All
Very good.
organizations, whether it's a sorority or a fraternity, they all have something unique. They all have different leading and guiding principles. So do your research, see what speaks to you, join their service projects, spend some time with them and see who you really, who resonates with you.
Right.
Do your research.
What does all the Divine Nines, what is one thing you all have in common?
Service.
Service. Love
Service.
it.
Yes.
All of the Divine Nine organizations, in our principles and our tenets, it is service. At the end of the day, it is giving back to our communities.
Yes.
So we all have that in common. And if I can tag team off of her, if you're thinking about joining one of the organizations, be your authentic self.
Yes.
Be who you are.
Show up. Be that
Yes.
person.
Don't send a representative. Let us see who you are, because that's who we want to know and invite into our organization.
I love that. I love that. So let me ask you one more question
Yes.
before we get out of here. What do you all have planned for this month that you're going to do?
Oh my goodness. So on
5 seconds.
MLK Day, it is
MLK
our-
Day is this weekend.
Yes,
right?
the parade.
It's
The
weekend.
parade.
It's the parade, but we also have a literacy event for our senior citizens at the Oak Ridge YMCA.
The Oak Ridge
Yes.
YMCA.
So come learn how to protect your assets.
Oh, that's a good thing to come to. And
Yes.
let me share something with you all, too. We have our own Zeta Phi Beta here at Afro TV. Y'all put your hands together for Kiana!
Oh, yeah. Come on here.
Zeta Phi Beta. Mwah, we love you so much. Thank you for inviting your sorors. All right, listen, God bless you. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. Don't y'all go nowhere. For the culture, Natasha Claudiano is coming out, y'all.
This is great.
Sandra Show. Y'all, today we have another extraordinary guest joining us on the Lavender Couch. She is the creator of the life-changing MBS method, blending ancient breathing techniques, meditation, and neuroscience to help you transform your life to its greatest potential. Her wisdom has reached over 1 billion views, helping countless individuals from everyday people to celebrities tap into their highest selves. Y'all, please welcome out the #1 female motivational speaker in the world, Natasha Graziano. Hey, Natasha Graziano, how are you today?
Amazing. All the better for being here, Queen.
When I tell you, we are delighted to have you here, Queen. So you're known as the #1 female motivational speaker in the whole world. Can you take us back to the moment when you realized you were truly stepping into your purpose and helping women all over the world?
So it was in a really dark place. You know, where I always say to people, where you see me now, it's not where I started. You know, when I look back to that moment where I remember standing in the mirror, tears streaming down my face. I was a single mom. I had an overactive thyroid, which is an autoimmune disease. I was struggling to get by in every way. I was in hundreds of thousands of debt. I was in the darkest place of my life.
Wow.
And I remember looking in that mirror thinking, God, give me something to work with. Like, just help me get out of this.
Yes.
And in that moment, I was watching Denzel Washington, a motivational speech.
We love to watch him.
Love that.
Yes.
And as I was watching one of his motivational speeches, these words dropped into my head. You are going to be a motivational speaker and help millions of people and women all over the world.
Wow.
And I was like, me? I can barely use my voice because, you know, at the time I was barely speaking. I was bedbound for most of that time.
Wow.
And I was like, how am I going to get out of it? But in that moment, I knew if I can just focus and get 1% better every day, every day,
Yes.
I will change my life and go on to change somebody else's life.
Yes, and
I've
you
just gotta
are
do it.
doing just
Thank you.
that. I think the last time I checked on social media, you have like 13.6 million people that you talk to daily.
Yep.
That's powerful. So manifesting dreams sounds so magical, but it's not always easy. We know that. How do we manifest anything we want? What's the secret?
So there are 5 steps to it. Really simple steps. Number 1, get clarity of your vision. Know exactly what it is that you want. Because when you ask somebody what do you want, most of the times they think they know what they want and they go, well then you don't know, honey, because if you ask me what I want, I'll tell you right away.
Ooh.
I want a loving, amazing family and a man who adores me. And I would like this much in the bank and to do, etc. Right?
Yes.
Clarity of your vision. What do you want? Number 2, remove the limiting beliefs. Remove the blockages, all the things in your mind that are stopping you. Maybe you don't even know they're there, but you got to sit down quietly and ask yourself, how do I really feel about money? How do I really feel about love? Do I feel worthy of being loved? And once you start to recognize, ooh, that's funny, that's a tender topic for me. Ooh, I have a ick around this, or I just feel like I'm not worthy of love in this way, then you go back and you find the things and you write them down. Then you reverse it for step 3. So if you wrote down, I don't feel worthy of love, the exact reverse is an affirmation saying, I am
feel worthy of love.
Right.
Yes.
That's
I
a positive
am.
affirmation. You just own it. And you stand in the mirror every day and you're like, I am worthy of love. I am worthy of being adored, and I am worthy of money, whatever it is that you want.
Yes.
Okay.
You got to claim it.
Yes. Claim it. Claim
So,
it. Claim it.
Dating advice, Natasha, is something that many of your followers look up to you for. What's the best piece of dating advice that you've ever given to anybody?
Okay, you really want to hear it?
Yes.
It goes like this. It got me engaged and married another time. And it goes like this.
Not married another time.
Oh, we're being real, honey, in here.
Yes.
So this is what you say. If he's sitting there and he's all behaving in a bad way or whatever, and you just don't feel like it's what you say, honey, take a seat and sit the down so that the man behind you can stand up. Okay?
Ooh,
Right there.
Just like that.
That's that.
And what do they do when you say that?
They usually either stand up and say, okay, I really want to make this work. I really want to be with you. Or they sit down and shrink and then the man behind stands up.
Yup, there you have it.
It's a
that
win-win.
is. So listen, we hear a lot about being the best version of yourself. But what does that look like when life is throwing curve balls?
Okay, so it's hard to be the best version of yourself when you're in itty bitty bits of life every day, the things that are really being thrown at you. So what you got to do is you got to decide, how am I going to get through the struggle? Am I going to make my breakdown my breakthrough? Am I going to get through this moment that is pulling me down and wants to take me down, or am I going to go stand up? You choose every day. You're going to show up or you're going to show down. When life comes at you, it's not about who you were during that challenge or before. It's about who you were after that challenge.
Once you've come through.
Yes.
Ooh. So we hear a lot about being, when you work with women trying to break free from self-doubt, what's the most common barrier that they face? And how do you help them push past it, especially when they feel like they'll never, ever get there?
So people face this every day, particularly women. We feel unworthy of it. We feel like we're never going to get there. It's about taking one step, literally 1 foot in front of the other, 1 foot in front of the other, and you will get to your destination. Imagine this. If you did 3 small goals a day, just 3 towards your main goal. So don't try and do these massive goals. Just do 3 tiny little goals towards your main goal every day. That is 1,095 goals a year.
Ooh.
And all of a sudden, you've achieved your main goal.
That's a lot.
You
Yes.
got to where you want to be.
Yes.
Your side hustle, you did 3 goals a day towards it, has now become your main hustle.
Yes.
So now you're doing the life of your dreams.
Ooh, baby steps. Grow into bigger
Little
steps.
baby steps
Yes.
every day. Don't try and do the big things when we look ahead and we go, okay, I really want to get there, but how am I going to write that book? Oof.
Right.
And it's overwhelming.
It's overwhelming.
Exactly. So you break it down. What chapters can I do? What things can I do that are going to help me along the way to get to that end point?
Ooh, I love that. Good stuff. So in your journey, have you ever faced a moment of fear or uncertainty where you felt like you couldn't keep it going? And tell us what pulled you out of it, and what would you tell someone, anyone who feels the same way right now? Natasha.
So I've been in low points where I just thought, I'm never going to get there. I'm never going to go on a stage for the first time. I'm never actually going to break free of being in my own home, in my own voice, in my own space. How am I going to get out there? Even moving to America, you know, all these steps. I was like, no, I'm going to do it. The world is my oyster and I'm going to go there because they get me. I was like, I have such a big voice. I need the Americans and I love America. So I was like, I'm coming, baby. So I knew it. And I was like, I'm not going to let it throw me down. Everything along the way wanted to say, you're never going to be a motivational speaker because of who you were before, because of your past, because of this. I own who I am. I own it and I show up and I say to people, own who you are wholeheartedly. Every single day, just decide to light somebody's candle.
Yes.
Because then they'll go home and they'll light somebody else's candle. And all of a sudden, you light up the whole world.
Ooh, I love that. Now, that's what the Zetas were talking about, showing up as your authentic self. When you show up, you light up
Yes,
the
you do.
world.
Like you.
Yeah.
You light up the world when we
You're
watch
so
you on
soft.
TV. You
You're
light
so
up the whole
kind.
world. It's so beautiful.
Thank you so much. Now let's talk about love. Love can be complicated. It can be a very complicated subject for many women, especially in today's world. Please share a time when you were tested in love, and what lesson did you learn that you can now share with others, our viewers?
Okay, so I was tested when I first became a single mom. When I was like the very first time around, I was like, oh, wow, I'm super young. How am I going to deal with this? How am I going to have a career? How am I going to make ends meet for my kid? How am I going to go on and be a role model? So I decided to compartmentalize it. And I would work and I'll be a mom. When I'm a mom, I'll be a mom. And when I'm going to work, I'm going to work. So I would just basically get through those moments like that. Are you talking about dating? You want to know about how I got through something in dating?
Talk to me, child.
Okay,
Yes.
so at that point, I was like, I just don't feel like anyone's gonna love me. Now I'm this, now I'm that. You put yourself down. You think no one's gonna want me now, have a kid or now more kids.
Yes.
But actually, that is complete BS. It's not real. What really happens, that's all in the limitations of your mind. You are still that beautiful soul, that beautiful light, and somebody out there wants you. And in that moment, I turned it around and started to see, oh, you know what? People do say that I'm nice. People do say that I'm beautiful. People do say how wonderful I am with my child or how wonderful my child is. And I started to realize, wow, there's something else out there for me. And I just put myself out there. And I started to say, God, show me the right person. Like, I'm ready for my person. Like, I'm ready for love. And you just own it every day. You just get through that time where you feel like you're not going to ever find love again. No, you will find love again. I have a great tip about finding love, though.
Oh, my goodness. You're going to have to come come back and tell
I
us
know.
about the great tip
Oh, I
about
will.
finding
I
love.
will.
Let's talk quickly about manifesting, because that's
Yes.
a big part of your wheelhouse. Manifesting a life of abundance isn't just about what we want, but who we have to become. What does being a woman in your full power looks like to you? And how do you teach others to step into that power?
So you have to be your divine, authentic self.
Yes.
I know that's the feeling on tonight's show, so we're going
Yes.
to keep on with it because it's the truth.
It's true.
You're never going to be as good as that person you're going to be like. You want to go and be, I want to be the next whoever it is. No, you don't want to be second place to them. You want to be first place to yourself.
To you, yes.
Yes, so you want to show up as you and be first place to you. I'm going to own who I am, and this is who I'm going to be. And when you're in your divine, authentic self, all the opportunities come to you because you're the best in what you do. I never knew I was going to be number one in the world, but I knew I am, whatever I do, I'm going to be number one in the world. Whatever I do,
Whatever you decide
whatever I
to
do, I'm going to
love
be number
that.
one.
Just claim it.
Yes.
It's the claim time.
And you
the
go for
claim
it.
period. Yes.
Doesn't matter whether you do nails, be the number one in the world.
Yes.
Go for it. Doesn't matter what you do, go be the number one at what you do. You got to show up. You got to go for it. You got to keep going for it every day. Put yourself out
Show
there.
up, show
Uh-huh.
out, come through to get to. When I tell you, Natasha, it's been a pleasure chatting with you. Thank you so much for your motivation. You are speaking in front of 5,000 people this weekend on Saturday, correct?
Yes.
We wish you the best.
Thank
and to
you.
our viewers, we hope you've enjoyed the show today. God bless you. Until next time, we'll be right here on the Natasha Show.
All right, y'all, we out of here. Come on, come on, come on. Let's just scan that QR code at the bottom of your screen. Because we've got so much more exclusive content for y'all right here